Well, I remember that. This was made a meme out of
giant goat head or a breakdancing turkey.
Yeah,
man capable of doing.
Sticker Star was a really weird game.
Whoa! Yo, Fatso, watch your stash.
Sonic, stop talking trash. Dang. What is this? I don't even know the name of this dude. Colosseum, Crossover Colosseum. All I know is this dude gives me a death battle vibe. We got Paper Mario versus Archie Sonic. I ain't gonna lie, my money's on Paper Mario because Paper Mario is pretty powerful and he got a lot of abilities, but I already know what you guys are gonna say. Oh, Archie Sonic this, Archie Sonic he created universes and this and that. So I won't be surprised if Archie Sonic win, honestly. I need to figure out where I can go read the Archie series. I don't know if I can go read it online somewhere, but anywho, that's all besides the point. Make sure you guys like the video if you have not done that already. I'm hoping I said this dude's name right, because I've already jacked it up thus far.
Who would win in a fight between Archie Comics, Sonic the Hedgehog,
I'm really wondering who would win.
I'm Ink, and this is Crossover Colosseum. The show
this
where
feels,
only the
bro,
best will win.
I haven't done a death battle type, well, this isn't death battle obviously, but I haven't done a death battle type themed reaction in a minute. This is going to be interesting.
By you. Let's get into it. 3,000 years into Earth's future, humanity found itself under attack by an alien race called
Gee, where can I go read the Archie
beholder-like
series?
race of tentacled eyeball aliens came to Earth to offer a peaceful alliance with the residents of the planet. They sent an ambassador down to the planet to talk with the world's best and brightest. Unfortunately, even though this ambassador came in peace, he was left in pieces as he was quickly captured and experimented on and dissected by scientists like Dr. Ivan Kintokor, which I'm just now realizing is Robotnik spelled backwards. Huh, go figure. Anyway, the Zorded did it.
There's Robotnik before he gained weight.
What the heck is that? Like his cousin or something?
Take kindly
Brother?
to their species being given the old trunk special, and so they retaliated on humanity with a devastating gene bomb. This weapon of mass destruction was carefully designed to eradicate life from a planet, devolving its targets into oblivion. However, things didn't go exactly
that monkey was random.
While a lot of life certainly was wiped out, different groups of people were able to hold on to their lives even through the cataclysmic bomb itself and the natural disasters that followed. And this era of disaster became known as the Age of Fury. So in the face of this catastrophe brought on by mankind's arrogance, the Earth was slowly able to rebuild itself. However, its new population looked much different than it did before the Age of Fury.
The most random things, the most random edits,
caused many
a
animal
fox.
species to anthropomorphize and gain unprecedented amounts of intelligence.
Rick and Morty, this is like one of the most, some of the most random edits that he's throwing in.
In this new ecosystem, the world was renamed Mobius, and it was populated by human-like foxes, echidnas, and of course, hedgehogs. One of these creatures was
Shadow. Did we just leave Shadow out?
Or as his friends came to know him, Sonic the Hedgehog. A name that much better reflects his love of running fast and sounds much less like a disease. Sonic is a free-willed, golden-hearted hedgehog who loves nothing more than doing what's right and
what did he mean by the disease thing?
Chili a la Sonic. Side note, I actually made this recipe and it is fantastic. Perhaps to hide the information that his real name is Ogilvy from the rest of the world,
it looks like it's kind of busted.
lived in a secluded woodland base located in the Great Forest next to the Grand Kingdom of Mobotropolis. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely, after humanity doomed the entire planet and fundamentally changed the entire planet's ecosystem due to their hubris, everybody lived in peace and practiced
you got the Grinch up in here?
Archaic practices like
who remembers that movie?
An entire kingdom with an army of deadly robots and then trying to build a massive superweapon. To which I would say, wow, that is an incredibly specific and relevant example that segues perfectly into my next paragraph. Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or as he's more commonly known, Dr. Eggman, was a ruthless, power-hungry tyrant who was set on overtaking the world.
Bro, I'm still stuck on who that skinny Robotnik was. Was that like Eggman before he gained the weight, or
Sonic the
his
Hedgehog
cousin, brother? What? Who the heck was that dude? I'm still stuck on that dude. Who was that?
He inspired a group of freedom fighters to form and assist Sonic in his efforts to keep the world a free and fun place. The majority of Archie Comics' story of Sonic the Hedgehog revolves around the adventures of these freedom fighters and their fights against humanity's greatest threats. So if Sonic is this tyrant,
AKA the Z Fighters. No, I'm just playing.
Then that begs the question.
But there is a similarity.
Apart from the obvious answer of run fast, to get a detailed picture of Sonic's capabilities, we need a small history lesson on Archie Comics. You see, while Sonic is always represented as a single character in the series, the comic itself went through 3 distinct phases with drastically different power levels, abilities, and tones. These different eras of the comic are so different, in fact, that their versions of Sonic may as well be 3 different characters entirely. But for the purposes of today's video, we're going to be
all the Sonics are really different throughout the series. Oh, he fused all of them together.
This era of Archie Sonic
I don't know
Archie comic
if anyone else has actually noticed that.
Any deliberate portrayal of the character.
But like some of the Sonics throughout the series has had like different
with almost no
like different characters or like different personalities, so to say.
Make a joke and basically never takes himself seriously. One minute he'll be fat shaming Eggman, the next he'll be publishing a chili recipe, and then after that he'll be
this is the comedic. This is the comedic Sonic.
Doesn't even make any sense, but that's kind of the point. This era of Sonic has almost
that comedic. Who remembers? What is it, Sonic Adventures or something like that, bro? I used to binge watch those episodes on Netflix, and even after watching all of them, I would go back to rewatch them.
I used to binge watch the heck out of those episodes.
Who remembers this show?
Service of Sonic either saying, "Hey, look how fat Eggman is,"
this show right here.
"Hey, look how fast I am." Isn't that funny? But to be fair,
Eggman looked ugly in that show.
Really is hilariously fast. The peak of his speed probably comes from an early issue where he picks up a ball of water and threw it at a robot bird at nearly 400 million times the speed of light. If he were to do this in our own world, it would just destroy the planet.
Really?
But in Sonic's world, it kind of just splashes the bird really hard.
Really?
Regardless of the effect of the water.
I mean, it would make sense if he threw water. Was that water? It would make sense if he threw that water at the Earth. Yeah, we've definitely getting destroyed. But at an object that's not even on the ground, like flying above the ground, how would, I don't know, that makes no sense.
This is an incredible display of speed that requires Sonic to react, aim, and make complex movements and attack in an absurdly short
But I believe that could happen though.
Our second era of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Even if the idiot bird thingy, whatever it is not touching the ground, that makes this weird.
Take your pick. Gradually, a lot of the camp and goofiness left the comic, and Archie Comics decided to make Sonic more story-driven. To do this, they added more
look at the top of his head. I remember that. This was made a meme out of. Why did you remind me
of this Crossover Colosseum?
Bro.
Freaking weird. Or, as Archie put it themselves, for the first time
Why did you remind me of that?
Void of humor. For the first time in his life,
I did not need
Sonic
to be reminded.
truly understands the meaning of war. And that statement alone perfectly summarizes the tone of this entire era. Suddenly, Sonic's stakes changed from, I need to hit a robot bird and make a dad joke, to everybody that I love has been turned into a robot and it's all my fault. The peak of Sonic's speed here came after everybody that Sonic loves has been roboticized, and Sonic was getting the ever-living snot beat out of him by a robot designed specifically to surpass his limits and take him out.
This wasn't Middle Sonic, was it?
It was at this lowest point, when all of his friends and family were gone, that Sonic decided he needed to break all limits and go faster than he'd ever gone before. So he ran across the entirety of his country like a supercharged Forrest Gump to unleash a spin dash at his maximum speed.
No, this was some other robot.
Over 4,000.
Was this robot considered stronger than Middle Sonic,
really tired him out because it was
this some other robot?
Impressive display of speed in his base form, including in his third and final iteration. You see, after Tryhard Sonic had been running for several years, Sega came in and said, "Oh my gosh, I hate everything here. Why are our echidnas Nazis? Why does Sonic carry dirt in his shoe just in case of emergencies? And why is everybody drawing Sonic's feet so much? This entire series is a mistake." And so this reaction, combined with illegal battle contenders, led to a massive reboot of the entire Archie Sonic continuity, and a series of strict guidelines put in place to make sure that Archie Sonic was nearly identical to his gaming counterpart. But while Sonic's speed has drastically shifted over the years, one thing that's remained constant is his tried and true battle strategy that can be summed up in 3 little words: taunt and roll. Sonic's strategy really has always been to just make fun of an enemy and then spin dash into them. And if that fails, do it again and again and again until it finally does work. And while it is admittedly
so nothing else, just all just spin dashing, nothing else.
Effective. So much so that when Sonic beat
it's a really effective move. So he's like, do I really need to even do anything else? Because this is already strong enough.
Figure out why a tiny blue hedgehog was able to beat one of the smartest minds in existence over and over and over. It broke Eggman's mind so much that he was locked away in a padded room with a straitjacket as he mumbled nonsense to himself, eventually coming to the irrational conclusion that fate itself was conspiring to let Sonic and his friends win.
Sonic drew
But
Dr.
Sonic and his
Eggman
freedom
crazy.
fighters just seemed to have this effect on
That's
him.
funny.
They caused a similar reaction from a godlike mammoth who had been canonically cursed with plot-induced stupidity to make really awful decisions that cause him to lose. He looked at all of his godlike power, losing to a roided-out fox with two tails, and misattributed
Why do you
all of
keep
those
bringing
losses
this
to fate
up?
bending itself to Sonic's
We would
will.
have been fine
But
with
it's not hard to see why
Super
multiple characters have made this silly
Incredible
mistake.
Hulk Tails?
Sonic has pulled
Whose
off some
idea was that?
absurd things over the years. He isn't harmed when he's thrown through buildings.
Because whoever idea that was needs to be punched in the
flying
mouth.
hard enough to demolish a castle wall. He can create tornadoes just by running, phase through objects, and even turn invisible through his sheer speed. He can also enhance his power even further by harnessing the power of chaos, which is a magical essence that exists throughout the universe. By harnessing this power with the help of 7 Chaos Emeralds, Sonic can transform into Super Sonic. In this form, Sonic gets an unspecified boost to his speed and a drastic boost to his durability, giving him virtual invincibility to everything in his universe. And when the supersonic form was separated from
We know
Sonic
about how
himself,
strong that
it carved
supersonic
off the
form
surfaces
is.
of the moon and even threatened to
But is
destroy it
anybody going to
entirely.
talk about
Although
Archie
notably,
Sonic's
he
strongest
actually
form?
destroyed the moon,
Now,
just threatened.
isn't that
His
like
ultimate
above? I would
ability,
think
though,
that's
is the
above
mighty
Supersonic.
Chaos Control. Sonic's used this burst of chaos energy to travel short distances backward in time, teleport the colossal space colony Ark, and even used it to affect the rewriting of the entire multiverse. Yeah, so get this. Eggman created a machine capable of releasing a powerful effect called the Super Genesis Wave. This thing was like a
Like the
massive
Sega
software
Genesis.
patch
I like
to
that.
rewrite the entire multiverse.
I see what they did there.
And coincidentally,
I
get
see
rid of
what they
Ken
did
Pender's
there.
creations due to that lawsuit I mentioned. But with the help of Chaos Control and a little help from Mega Man, Sonic
Mega
was
Man.
able to get in there and essentially change a couple lines of this code to keep his world intact. Turn his dog into an anthropomorphic person who also might be his brother, and kill all of Knuckles' kin. Wow, low blow, Sonic. And while this kind of rewriting of the multiverse
Sonic do that?
definitely isn't something that Sonic can do at will without the aid of a Super Genesis wave,
Dang,
it's a
Sonic,
perfect
no wonder
example
why
of the
Knuckles
kind of
hates you so
dedication
much.
that Sonic
I don't know if
puts
did
towards
I
saving his
mishear that?
world and his precision with powerful chaos energy. But Emeralds and Supersonic aren't the only thing with chaos in their essence. The world of Mobius is populated by golden rings that embody the power of chaos itself. By using the power of these rings, Sonic can grant minor wishes, like healing injuries, knocking enemies backwards, or de-roboticizing someone. Which should have come in handy when Mega Man's arch-nemesis Dr. Wily and Dr. Eggman turned a bunch of Sonic and his friends into androids, but the wishes have a less than stellar success rate here. Although, to
So
be
this
honest,
is
I don't
nothing like the. Is that similar? Okay, so the rings, I guess that's in the Archie comics. Are those rings similar to the Dragon Balls, or are they just two different things?
why Sonic would not want to be an awesome robot named Sonic Man. He had a sweet Majin Buu forehead symbol and the ability to resist time stops, but I guess resisting being stopped in time isn't worth it to the Blue Blur if he can't eat his favorite chili dogs anymore. So, you win some, you lose some. Rings can do much more than just granting wishes, though. By collecting a number of rings,
So the
or
rings do
harnessing
that.
the pure chaos energy of the Super Emerald, Sonic can go full-on Bruce Banner, and can summon forth a powerful,
Bruce
elemental
Banner.
personality called Ultra Sonic.
Ultra
While
Sonic.
not much is known about this mysterious form, he's clearly
You know, the Archie
extremely
comics
fast.
was weird.
He's able to run around the planet in just a couple of seconds. He's also the perfect candidate to call on when the Fire Nation attacks, as he's able to exert limited control over the 4 elements. Sonic is much more serious and focused when in this form, and refers to it almost like
So it's kind of like Ultra Instinct, basically, like something that Goku has. But the thing is with Goku is his Ultra Instinct moves without him even thinking. There's another form that kind of like this. The Ultra Sonic form kind of reminds me of and give me a vibe of. It was like Universal Super Saiyan Blue or something like that. I don't know.
entity entirely. Rather than spin dashing into his
some-
foe
from,
over and
what is
over,
this, from
Ultra Sonic
Dragon Ball
finally
Heroes?
adapts his strategy and sends his targets to the ultimate timeout corner. This pocket dimension, called the Zone of Silence, radiates pure chaos energy, and it corrupts and kills nearly anyone who enters it. This ultimate ability is admittedly a bit of a Hail Mary though, as it also drains Sonic of his energy entirely, causing him to revert to an exhausted version of his base form. Now, I know this was a lot to take in, but Archie Comics' version of Sonic the Hedgehog has been running for nearly 25 years.
Yeah, I
and
need
it's
to
been
look
a
at this.
wild,
Where do you
wild
go read
Through
this,
all of
or
the feat drawings,
is there like
shared
not read it, but like
recipes,
is there
something
like
about his
some type
character
of
has really stuck with
narration
fans over the years.
website
And
where
at
you
the
can
end of
like
the day,
hear it
Sonic
being
is just
read?
a free-spirited guy who wants to live fast and do the right thing. And it's this attitude, combined with the bizarre and campy world that he comes from, that's helped make Sonic a mainstay in our culture and at the forefront of versus.
Sonic
With
is
that
still
said,
kind of like,
let's see how he stacks up against.
yeah, Paper Mario. He about to come through. Okay, so let's fully recap Sonic.
I probably haven't remembered everything he just said just now.
But the biggest thing is the ultra form. This dude has super ultra speed. He's serious. Okay, when Archie Sonic gets real serious, this dude's ultra speed is super concentrated. It's kind of like, again, it's like Ultra Instinct Goku.
Opponent for today.
I like how there are very good similarities between those two.
The faraway land.
Now,
of the
Paper
Mushroom
Mario,
Kingdom
let's hear
is
about my
no
boy.
stranger to adversity.
You know what I'm saying?
Whether
Okay.
that be kidnapping the princess, or kidnapping the princess, the Mushroom Kingdom seems to always be.
Or Bowser taking over the Mushroom Kingdom, but he didn't say that. He just said kidnapping the princess. But okay, let's just go. I mean, that's the whole point of Mario. But you know,
Fortunately for the kingdom, a paper-thin savior is always on call to protect them from any rocky situations. And as we all know, paper beats rock. Paper Mario is the kingdom's resident Italian plumber, set on doing everything in his power to fight the good fight and protect those in danger. As his name suggests, Paper Mario and his entire world are made purely out of paper and cardboard. Although there's a good argument to be made that this Paper Mario is one and the same as his three-dimensional counterpart.
Really?
For the purposes of today's battle, we're going to
isn't Paper Mario stronger than base game Mario?
At his core, Mario is a kind-hearted, brave guy who just wants to do the right thing and have some quality time with his favorite princess. Unfortunately for Mario, though, his entire life seems cursed to never allow him to take that luxury. Take, for example, at the start of his adventuring career, when Princess Peach invited him over for a party and asked for some one-on-one time to talk. And as a guy who's...
Yeah, Paper Mario 64, we remember that. Paper Mario 64 is goated. That's another game I've wanted to do a playthrough of on this channel. There's a lot of... I might do a playthrough of all the Paper Mario games. That's definitely for sure, because this Paper Mario is definitely one series I've wanted to get into.
But Bowser wasn't just there to be a third wheel. He came to steal the Star Rod, an ancient artifact which was said to contain the 7 star spirits. These 7 spirits were rumored to be ancient beings who could grant wishes upon shooting stars, but by harnessing their power, one could make wishes on the fly. Unfortunately for Bowser, though, they would only grant innocent, non-corrupt wishes, so there was no wishing to destroy his enemies or ruling the world. So Bowser ended up turning each of these 7 star spirits into playing cards and gave them for safekeeping to the people I would trust least in this world, his minions. Down but not out, Mario set off to rescue the princess, save the 7 star spirits, and take Bowser down. He started off with very little, but didn't stay that way for long. As Mario's adventures became more and more complex and numerous, so did his arsenal. To augment his tried-and-true martial art of jumping on the enemy's head, Mario acquired a battle hammer, which became one of his favorite things to use in a fight. After going through a couple of iterations and upgrades, the hammer has had multiple powerful forms, but the strongest is likely the Ultra Hammer. This mallet is capable of shattering massive blocks, much larger than Mario himself, but its primary purpose is to whack enemies on the head. Like any good RPG character, Mario has several items that he can use to add special effects to his combat. The Piercing Blow badge, for example, can totally bypass an enemy's durability, allowing him to even hurt the tankiest enemies with very little struggle. But should a struggle,
that's crazy.
Mario can also return any damage.
But that's true. Everything he's saying is true.
Force with a combination of the Return Postage badge, the Spite pouch, and the Double Pain badge. This defensive combo acts as a mutually assured destruction measure. Even if Mario is killed by an enemy's attack, the damage is still returned to the attacker. Not to mention that Mario could just come right back with one of his many revive items. When this is coupled with some items to even further enhance Mario's strength and
but the thing is,
he becomes a true
Paper Mario has to have enough
all of this power
one-ups, because if he's ran out of one-ups, or if used all of them up, he's done, bro. This game over.
Like Count Black, a dapper ghost.
My boy Count Black, see, another goated Mario villain.
Massively destructive void, capable of
from Super Paper Mario, another game that I actually have.
Mario was able to withstand. Even if we can't get exact numbers on what happens if a dimension is eaten, it still looks dang impressive. Mario also went toe-to-toe against Dimencio, the big bad evil.
I remember Dimencio,
who tried to take Count Black's destruction even further. Mario has beat down bad guy after bad guy, slowly adding to his ever-growing rogues gallery. Thankfully, as the villain got more and more dangerous, so too did Mario's arsenal. He carries the 7 star spheres.
I am not gonna lie, I thought Mario was about to use those, what do you call those Strixie arms? It's in
tiny stars to take
Mario Origami King. I thought he was about to get those Strixie arms and swing Bowser around. I wonder if he does that, because that'll be a huge Mario 64 throwback.
But most useful of all, looks dang stylish. But to talk about Mario's truest power, we need to get weird. Early on in his adventures, he was cursed with the ability to shapeshift and fold himself up into several new forms.
I mean, I remember that from Thousand Year Door, but
airplane. That's a very helpful curse right there. But if that wasn't enough for you, Mario can also summon.
I guess Mario was just that lucky to get cursed with something like that.
Mundane things like scissors or a pot of water to outright bizarre things like a giant goat head or a breakdancing turkey.
Yeah,
man capable of doing this.
Sticker Star was a really weird game. Sticker Star was a really weird game, but it's a goated game to say the least. And it's also another game that I have too, that I am actually planning on doing a playthrough of.
These scissors were able to cut 733 times in a single second. And when this is paired with Mario's ability to dodge lightning, his speed is sure to get the drop on anyone who underestimates him.
What? He did that in Origami King? I remember Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. That's another game I'm in the middle of doing a playthrough of. Just have yet to put the episodes up because I gotta edit it.
Absorb paint to increase his power, shoot paint out of his hammer to make invisible objects become visible, summon castles from the sky to crush his enemies, do stylish Showtime attacks cutting across the screen, or summon fairy-like allies called pixels to help him in battle.
I remember those pixels. Those are from I think either they're I think they're from Super Paper Mario. I was about to say Thousand Year Door. I don't think they're in Thousand Year Door.
Mario's combat style is all about versatility. Paper Mario is an incredibly unpredictable combatant, a wild card.
Yeah, well, Paper Mario has some really weird abilities
hammer swing. He's just
that
as likely to
are surprisingly strong in that turkey. Okay, pause.
And finish it all off by dropping
that turkey looked a little weird.
Reversing the rotation of the planet. In spite of all of this, though, what makes Mario a compelling character isn't his versatility or bizarre nature. What keeps people coming back to the series is that Mario is just an innocent dude who wants to do right, and he'd sacrifice his own well-being if it means protecting those that he cares about. And when this is mixed with an innovative and addictive RPG gameplay style, Paper Mario has folded himself into the childhoods of millions across the globe. But now that our fighters have been analyzed, it's time for our fight. If you'd like to see early works in progress or help keep our series alive...
So those are like the two biggest things. Bro, this dude's animations is on a whole other level, man. With Paper Mario and Archie Sonic. Archie Sonic gets into a serious focusing mode. Got family and friends on the line. His speed is just in full focus. I think that's on a different level than modern Sonic, like regular game Sonic, honestly. Then when it comes to the Ultra form, it's just like... It's crazy how much Archie Sonic has done. Dude's fought gods. He's created and shaped and reformed and reiterated different dimensions and galaxies, universes, multiverses, if you will. And then Paper Mario is just another weird dude in his own right with all his weird abilities.
That really just kind of
contradict.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Contradict reality itself. It's weird. Both characters do that.
Consider checking us out.
The only thing really Archie Sonic has over Paper Mario is speed.
Takes us well over 200 hours to make.
But Paper Mario got a lot of weird abilities and powers to make up for that. That's the thing.
So let's take a look at the fight and see who will take the crown in this round of Crossover Colosseum.
Okay, this is kind of a throwback with the way he zoomed in to the desk like that. That reminds me of Smash Bros. 64. Cause that has it has an intro like that in 64 where it zooms into the desk. I seen what you did there at Crossover Colosseum.
Whoa! Yo, Fatso, watch your stash.
But I like it. I like it. That's very creative.
Safe from red wearing stash.
But I don't remember
like this guy.
Bro, Sonic, stop talking trash.
You're lucky none of the ingredients got trashed. That would have been way past uncool, bro! You just ruffled the quills of the wrong hog!
Oh, snap!
Is this stuff coming out of you? Where'd you
got the turkey? Oh! Okay, that was unexpected, but I mean, I knew he was gonna use that turkey. Oh, snap! Yeah, I see. Oh, snap!
All right, hold on to your hat. I'm more of a cello guy.
That one clip where Paper Mario gets the extra copies like how he
Take
does
that. Sorry, pal. Not going to cut.
Paper Jam. I've seen that clip somewhere.
And time in.
Bro, give me my hat back, bro. How you go?
How can you even wear that, man?
The hat is a flat piece of paper. How is Sonic wearing that?
Run. This is going nowhere.
Dang.
Big mistake.
Oh, stop!
Huh?
See, this contradicts reality itself. I was gonna say he could just make Sonic fly away with that fan.
Beams of light. You're gonna have to go faster than that.
No, he destroy. How do you destroy the fan?
Ruin my signature wrestling.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because Sonic has destroyed robots, so that fan's nothing.
It's time for you to go home. Bruh. No. No!
Oh snap! That ultrasonic form. Yeah, that ultrasonic form. Oh snap! Yeah, Paper Mario, you might be done for. I forgot about these stars. He might be done for though. I'm hoping not.
You're dangerous, my world and my friend. This will silence you. Sayonara, loose-leaf loser.
And there you go! Now the team went back and forth debating on this one for a while. If you just look at the stat sheets of each character, it creates an interesting dynamic. Because we treated each era of Archie Sonic equally, he had a massive speed advantage, even if you account for outliers.
Obviously, I said that earlier.
Like, it isn't even close. That said, Paper Mario more than made up for it with a huge lead in attack power and durability. Not only was he shattering blocks like they were nothing, but that fan attack that spun the planet was coming in at an intensity of 3310 megawatts. To put visual to that number, that would be like condensing the energy to destroy our entire planet 100,000 times over into every single square centimeter across your body. This is far more than even Super Sonic could ever endure. Mario could also bypass any durability that Sonic has, stop time, and had a variety of ways to instantly take Sonic out of the fight through transmutation. Mario also had a massive strategy advantage. Sonic is fast, but his strategy really just consists of taunt and spin dash. So while Sonic had the pure numbers,
that's what I'm saying. Dude always talking trash instead of just fighting only.
That he would never ever
just
do
fighting
that to open up
only.
the fight. This isn't normally a
we
big
all
factor
know that's
in
the way
Sonic's
Sonic
fights
is
because he's so used to being able to use his speed to make up for his poor strategy. But against a character as unpredictable as Paper Mario, even a 2-second dad joke could be the difference between victory and getting turned into a playing card. So as you can see, Paper Mario definitely had his share of advantages. So why didn't he take the fight? Well, it's not that simple. In order for Sonic to take the victory, he would need to realize that Paper Mario is a serious threat that he can't toy around with at all before Mario took him out with a single attack. This sounds like a tall order until you take into account the speed at which Gag Sonic sees the world. Sonic's speed would almost certainly prompt a time stop from Paper Mario. And unless Mario capitalized perfectly on this opening, Sonic would have been able to come back from the time stop with a clearer picture of how threatening Paper Mario really is. And if Sonic was going all out,
so it's kind of like that kind of sounds like a
Sonic could even just casually
a
travel the planet looking for
like
enough
earlier
to turn into
in
Ultra
time
Sonic
type of
and
thing,
banish
like
Mario
seeing
to
in the
zone
future
silence
basically.
before Mario
That's
could
what it sounds like. He would have to
and
see
while
into
it
the
isn't clear
future
whether or not the
because
zone of
Sonic can
silence
see
would
the
kill Paper
world
Mario, it would
at
definitely
a
take him out of the fight for long
speedy
enough
level
to be a victory for Sonic. Honestly, even as I write this script, I just can't get over how close of a fight this is. The only way that a person could honestly say that there's only one definitive winner in this fight is if you treat the characters like stat sheets and ignore their personality, which would be a major disservice and disrespect to both characters. I think a lot of who wins comes down to which version of Archie Sonic you're using. If you're taking Gag Sonic, he would likely take it nearly every time with his blinding speed and painful puns. But if you look at the more balanced speeds of Tryhard Sonic or Modern Sonic, Paper Mario takes it more often than not. But at the end of the day, we believed as a team that a composited version of Archie Sonic would just be way too fast for Paper Mario to handle. Sonic the Hedgehog is the winner and takes the crown in this match of Crossover Colosseum. Next time on Crossover Colosseum.
I'm not really surprised, to be honest. What is this? Is this gonna be Link? Oh no, this was Wario versus that one character from Shovel Knight. I still have yet to watch that. Okay, all right. I can kind of respect that. That was a pretty dope fight. So at least Paper Mario didn't go out like no.
Say what?
No wussy. Tell me what you guys think of the fight and who you guys wanted to win. I wanted Paper Mario to win, but I already knew Sonic was gonna win. Archie Sonic. I mean, you gotta think about who we're talking. Listen to who we're talking about here. We're talking about Archie Sonic. Make sure you guys like the video if you have not done so already. I was kind of hoping for it to be a tie. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for it to be a tie.
That was really disappointing, but entertaining at the same time.
Peace out, guys. Take care.